So the Pacific Northwest Carpenters Institute is responsible for delivering both apprenticeship and journey level training across all of Oregon, Southwest Washington, and Southern Idaho. With the externship that we have with area high school teachers coming to PNCI, this gives the teachers an opportunity to come in and see how math is applied in real life situations. We use math on a regular basis every single day. You pretty much name it, math is used extensively in construction.
If you were going to snap this out on the floor, give me some thoughts on where you would start.
Out here today, I saw when we were squaring up the right angle, there was this aha moment of, oh, that what we talked about upstairs maybe didn't make a whole lot of sense, but now that I'm seeing it in action, now I understand why this measurement has to be, whatever the length was. What was cool about this today was that you could tell if you were successful, if your measurements actually worked out. Like no teacher had to tell you that you did it right or wrong, So just having some success that you could check in with yourself is pretty cool.
I remember in my earlier years in both junior high and high school, I didn't really see a lot of application in the math that I was learning. But later on in life, when I had the opportunity to use geometry in construction, it was like a light bulb went on. I was really excited when I started connecting the dots and when math became very real for me and I could see the direct application of how it could help me be successful as a carpenter.
Being able to see the math in the classroom, I was at first confused and I would have stayed that way. Even though she asked, was there any questions? Well, I didn't know what questions to ask, and I guaranteed that there's so many students that feel that way. They don't even know what questions to ask. Once we went out and I was able to actually see what she was talking about and watch her do what she was doing with the actual wood and the measuring tools and the pencils and all of that, and actually trying it myself, I completely understand everything she was talking about, and it helped me revert back to what she was first saying in the classroom.
Once we were done with Carpenters Institute, then we went back to the classroom to see, well, what skills did we see that our kids are actually using, and then how can we tie in what we actually saw. So we just kind of brainstormed the types of projects that kids could do with them, but the one that we settled on was the chalk lines. So from seeing these guys snap the chalk lines to build a wall of some sort or a shape, we made a life-size poster, and so we assigned each group some letters. They snapped the frames around the letters, so they had to find the right angles on those. They had drawn some scale drawings of the letters. They had to use those scale drawings for reference points when they were out there because they no longer had a grid. From there, they finished out the lettering and then just had this beautiful quote that was kind of a team project. Like we had 3 or 4 classes working on that together. Like after doing all this project, I keep kind of having this thing go through my head of, I want the kids to be using the math, not just doing the math. Just making the connection to what those measurements really are in real life and not just a calculation that my calculator told me. It matters knowing how to do the math to get me to the right place on what I'm making.